As we inch closer and closer to the World Cup, we continue to cover the disaster that you're not going to hear about. And as I've mentioned, Jesus Christ, the tickets. A single seat at the World Cup final in MetLife could run you $32,970 for a soccer game in New Jersey. For that money, you could buy a used car, drive it into the parking lot, and watch the highlights on your phone with the dignity of a man who still owns his own house and both kidneys. Yet at the same time, we're seeing stories that tickets on the resale market are plummeting. How could that be? Well, fortunately, the attorneys general of New York and New Jersey, Letitia James and Jennifer Davenport, have hit FIFA with a subpoena over exactly this. They're investigating these sky-high prices and the fake scarcity and fans getting jerked around on their seats. Because FIFA, for the first time ever, used the airline-style dynamic pricing to price their tickets. They jacked up the cost on more than 90 of the 104 matches with an average bump of 34%. And then they pulled the oldest move in the book. People paid for the good seats up front. But then FIFA invented new ticket zones after the sale and kept bumping people back to worse and worse seats behind the goals. So then you have Trump fanboy and FIFA boss Gianni Infantino, my favorite corrupt Trump fanboy, and his defense is it's demand. Demand. Yet you didn't discover demand. You just discovered that you can charge the price of a Hyundai for one seat, and lawyers won't catch up with you until the subpoena shows up and you've moved on to the next World Cup. We've already covered that New York's mayor had to claw back a lottery for $1,050 tickets just so regular human beings could get into the stadium in their own damn city. You've got one guy rationing the crumbs of tickets, while FIFA is backing up a Brinks truck up to your savings account just to watch a game. But now let's say you scrape the money together. You get in. You've got another welcome gift waiting for you. The new Homeland Security Secretary, Mark Wayne Mullen, posted a video with him awkwardly holding a soccer ball on ICE's own account, promising that ICE and its investigators will be present every day of the tournament. Every single day. 16 stadiums, up to 10 million visitors, and ICE is going to be out front every day like the world's least fun mascot.
Now, what a lot of people don't think about when they start talking about World Cup is what about the counterfeit products that come in or the human trafficking? When you have crowds this big, criminal activities follow. Well, ICE and HSI are going to be out there every day fighting against the counterfeit tickets, human trafficking, drug smuggling, counterfeit products. They're going to be working hand in hand with CBP along the way. Now, I know there's a lot of acronyms there. So on the bottom of the screen, we're going to tell you what each one of them meant.
Now, they swear all of this is about selling counterfeit jerseys and human trafficking, not immigration sweeps. Sure. But who do you think they put in charge of the White House World Cup task force? Andrew Giuliani. Yes, that Giuliani, the understudy. And Giuliani already said that the boss doesn't rule out mass detentions. So when the head of the welcome wagon says that he's not ruling out hauling people off, families are noticing and they're not buying tickets that they'd have to sell organs to buy. And look, they're reacting exactly how you'd expect. Legal aid groups, they're saying that their members have stopped going to graduations, school events, doctor's appointments, even their courthouse hearings because they're scared. They're scared if they leave the house during the biggest party on the planet, they're not going to come home. And some of the people are here with DACA, which is supposed to mean you're documented. And those people are still getting grabbed. This is the climate that Donald Trump and Stephen Miller have built. A soccer tournament where the threat isn't the other team, it's the guys in the tactical vests by the turnstiles, undertrained federal agents. So now the American sales pitch to the world is to come to the greatest sporting event on earth, pay 33 grand, and come home with a ton of anxiety. The beautiful game brought to you by a price gouging cartel and a federal agency that's going to kidnap your grandma. God, this sucks. It absolutely sucks. And that's why I really need you guys to make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit this notification icon, because no one else is talking about the World Cup like this.